So Kim Kardashian is doing the most right now, and everyone's calling her out for it. On International Women's Day, she literally was quoted saying, "Get your effing ass up and work." It seems like nobody wants to work these days. And honestly, the entire quote gets even worse. Here's a clip.
I have the best advice for women in business. Get your up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work. Have a good work environment where everyone loves what they do because you have one life. No toxic work environments, and show up and do the work.
That's why people are calling out Kim right now, because it's extremely hypocritical and it's pretty cringe how she's talking about working and just getting your butt up, which is very easy for someone who grew up rich. But let's talk about what some of her former employers are saying about her on the internet, because someone tweeted out, this person named Jessica, "I was an editor on the Kardashian apps in 2015 in LA, worked days, nights, and weekends, could only afford groceries from the 99 cents only store, called out sick more than once because I couldn't put gas in my car to get to the office, and I was reprimanded for freelancing on the side." So she's not even paying her own employees a livable wage. And in 2015, Kim K was making a ton of money, and gas, she couldn't even afford gas. Like, imagine gas nowadays. Like, imagine being a Kim Kardashian employee and trying to get gas when it's $7 a gallon in LA. But people are frustrated with Kim because she's speaking in a way that just comes off very privileged. And I want to remind you guys that she has gotten in trouble for how she has treated her past employees before. So she's over here preaching this, talking about toxic work environments when she once hosted a very toxic work environment. So once upon a time, Kim Kardashian was sued by her staff who claimed that they were underpaid and not given breaks. There are a few different ways that Kim screwed over these staffers. There were 7 staffers who ended up suing Kim K, and they claimed that they were hired as full-time employees, but they were treated like independent contractors, which made it so that Kim didn't have to, give them health care or any benefits, any 401ks, which is kind of screwed up. Like, you want to set up your, staffers, your employees for success. So it's not cool that she didn't give these privileges to these employees who believed they were getting a full-time job. She was also being sued for failure to pay overtime wages and for unfair and unlawful business practices, which that sounds pretty sketchy to me. One staffer brought their son to work for the Kardashians, and he claims that he was fired after asking about his rights and the rights of his son, because his son was working more than he should have. He was only 16 years old, and he was working more than the maximum hours allowed for a minor under California labor law. It looks like that 16-year-old was working more than 48 hours a week. Like, 40 hours a week is already so much. Like, more than 40 hours, I get it. A lot of people have to work 60 hours. It's a lot. And honestly, it's sad how our country can't seem to figure out how to manage work-life balance, because it's a problem for pretty much every single person I know. But 48 hours as a teenager is not cool. At the same time, these workers are seeking unpaid wages because they were working overtime and they weren't getting paid for it. There were even some people who were denied meal breaks. Sounds pretty toxic to me.
No toxic work environments, and show up and do the work.
As I was doing my research, there were some conflicting reports on how much money these people were seeking from the Kardashians. One report from The Sun, who we don't always trust, but The Sun claims that they were suing for $60 million, which is a lot of money. Again, bringing up those meal breaks, which is not cool. People need to eat and have their time to take a break from work. But then I saw in another report that these 7 workers filed a lawsuit for $25,000, but it was in excess of 25, not including interest. Wait, hold up. $25,000. How do we go from $60 million to 25,000? Unless it's per worker. But I was just I was a little bit confused by this, because I saw some reports claiming that they were suing for a large amount, and then a report like this one that they were suing in excess of seeking damages, but said, see, it's like the damages they're claiming are of $25,000, but it sounds like from the Sun's reporting that it's a lot more than that. Okay, so this article has a little bit more information. They claim that the lawsuit does not include an amount that they're looking for from Kim Kardashian. The matter in controversy, exclusive of interest, exceeds $25,000. So pretty much they're claiming that it's more than $25,000, but it sounds like the Sun has an exclusive that it's like going to be like $60 million. This article also reports that the plaintiffs claim that Kim failed to pay overtime, cover expenses, and provide legally mandated breaks. These staffers never received any pay stubs, were not paid on a regular pay periods, were not given their required meal and rest breaks, which is important. They were not provided a means to record their hours, so not like a timesheet or a clock-in system. They were not paid all of their hours. They were not reimbursed for employment expenses, so I'm guessing like cleaning products or things like that. If they're cleaning, I'm not entirely sure what these people were doing for the Kardashians. But they weren't paid their wages, which is not okay. How are you going to get away with not paying these people when you make so much money? So guess what Kim decides to do? She doesn't go and just pay these people off and, fix what was wrong. She decides to shift the blame and blame the people who hired those people, because technically, Kim hired an agency that would provide staffers in her home, and I guess Kim would pay the agency, and the agency would pay them. So it was the agency's fault. That's very convenient. One of Kim's representatives said that Kim is not responsible for how the vendor manages their business and the agreements they have made directly with their staff. So these people can be pretty much human trafficked, and Kim's just not responsible because it's those people who are their boss. It's not Kim, even though these people are on their property all day. This article made a great point. They literally worked on the grounds of her home, yet she denies responsibility and instead points fingers at someone else. So it's this third-party vendor who is at fault there, which I can understand, if they're the ones who were promising, making all these promises in the first place, they are the one to blame. But Kim is, Kim's employing these people, overworking these people. I don't think that agency's telling these people to work, or work a 16-year-old 48 hours a week. It's probably the Kardashians demanding more and more of these people's times, and they're not getting properly paid for, I don't know. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. I'm going on a little tangent right here, but the Kardashians love to get discounts and stuff. I can totally see Kris working out a deal with one of these agencies. You're coming to work for the Kardashians. You can use our name to get other people to, come and work for your business or come and use your services. So I don't know. They're paying a discounted rate. People are being overworked. The pay isn't really working out. That's literally a conspiracy right there. But I just have so many thoughts when it comes down to this, because there's no way that you're going to have these employees all over your mansion and not, see that they're struggling. And when Kim was making those statements earlier in her video, it just seemed like she's, claiming to be self-made, which ultimately is a great thing to be. Everyone would love to be self-made, but when you come from someone who's already a millionaire, it's pretty convenient for you to also become a millionaire whenever they have so much money to fund all of your desires. And even when Kim's father didn't have money, she would go and steal money from her clients, like Brandy, $120,000 that the Kardashians stole from Brandy on her credit card. I have a full video breaking down that situation, so definitely go and check that out, because it is a crazy story, and Kim scammed Brandy big time. And as I was snooping on the internet, I found an old posting for an employee of Jenner Communications. This is for an internship, and of course it is unpaid, part-time and unpaid errand runner. So this is supposed to be an internship, but you're gift wrapping, helping with kids' toys, organizing in home, errands, local and city. So they just want to use people in any way possible. And this is an opportunity for someone to be a talent management intern for the Jenner Communications Kardashian company. yet they're really just an errand runner and they're not going to get paid. And they're going to have to work 9:30 to 6 p.m. Like, that's pretty intense. No wonder the Kardashians have so much money, because they're really good at saving their money and I guess paying a lot less for their services. I saw someone bring up the fact that Kim K's Surrogate made $45,000, which isn't a lot of money. You'd think like they would be making a lot more than that. I guess it's pretty standard to make this much, but I saw some people talking about it and I was like, wait, that's like another person who's like, I don't know, maybe being underpaid. But ultimately, people are upset with Kim because of this viral clip and because of how insensitive she seems. People are bringing up the fact that Kim seems out of touch and that she needs to be reminded that she and her siblings were born into a position of financial privilege. Here are a couple tweets I saw on Twitter that I liked that I wanted to share with you guys. Kim Kardashian, 40 years old, was born into a rich family, stole $120,000 from Brandy, stole everything about Black creators, had nannies, maids, drivers, etc., and is telling women to get their butt up and work so they can be like her. Here's another tweet. Kim Kardashian telling women in business to get their butts up and work the day after. Oh, the day after International Women's Day has to be the biggest joke of the year. So really bad timing. But I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think about that clip? Is everyone being a little bit too sensitive about it? I mean, I think the stuff about the Kardashian workers who were screwed over is pretty messed up. That's pretty important. And when you pair it with the clip, it's like, that's pretty hypocritical. But I want to hear what you guys think in the comments below. Here's my email, and I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Bye, guys.